Camilla, the Queen Consort, dazzled in the spectacular Greville Tiara and a diamond necklace that belonged to Queen Elizabeth II at state dinner in Germany on Wednesday night. The couple were honored guests at a white tea reception given by President Steinmeier and his wife Frau Büdenbender at Bellevue Palace, their official home. The event is one of the highlights of the couple's journey to Germany. Their first state visit as monarch, which began with a 21-gun salad, flypast at Berlin-Brandenburg Airport on Wednesday afternoon. Camilla looks stunning in an embroidered black dress by favorite designer Bruce Oldfield, with show-stopping diamond completing the elaborate Volek-inspired silver thread work. The Queen Consort chose the City of London ring necklace, which was given to Princess Elizabeth on her wedding day in 1947, as a tribute to her late mother-in-law. The Queen Consort also donned diamond earring and the Garter Star, the Grand Cross Special Class of the Federal Order of Merit, awarded to her by the German President today, and the Royal Family Order of the Queen Elizabeth II. The diamond diadem, which once belonged to King Carlos' adored grandmother, the Queen Mother, was the crowning moment of the look. The Greville Tiara, also known as the Butcher Honeycomb Tiara, was created for Dame Margaret Greville, an early 20th century social swan and philanthropist, who was a close friend of Queen Mary, wife of King George V. Dame Margaret, who had no children and was predeceased by her husband, Ronald Greville, left her fine jewelry collection to Queen Elizabeth at the time, later Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother. Among her treasures were necklace one has by Marie Antoinette and the Greville Emerald Cocosik Tiara, which Princess Eugenie wore for her October 2018 wedding to Jacques Brooksbank. The Queen Mother ultimately modified the honeycomb tiara by adding a central diamond and layering it on top. When she died, her daughter Queen Elizabeth II inherited the piece and lent it to her daughter-in-law, the Duchess of Cornwall. Camilla has worn it several times, including her first state opening of Parliament in 2013. It will now go down in history as the first tiara worn as Queen Consort abroad. In December, when the Queen Consort hosted the South African President at Buckingham Palace, she donned the Belgian Sapphire Tiara, which the late Queen Elizabeth purchased for herself in 1963. Queen Elizabeth II wore the item for several decades before retiring it to the royal collection in favor of other glittering headpieces. The Belgian Sapphire Tiara, on the other hand, perfectly complement the Queen Consort ears and fit her passion of vibrant gown, suggesting that it could become a staple in her royal wardrobe. Camilla's first major tiara moment came in November 2005 when she wore the Delhi DURBAR tiara to the Norwegian state banquet at Buckingham Palace, just 7 months after her wedding to then Prince of Wales. The tiara was created in 1911 for Queen Mary, the wife of King George V, and was adorned by the Queen Mother. During the British Rite, a celebration or Durbar was performed to commemorate the coronation of new Emperor or Empress of India. King George V and Queen Mary were the first and only royal to witness the celebration in person on December 12, 1911. And because the Emperor's state crown jewels are not permitted to be taken out of the United Kingdom, a new diadem was commissioned from Garrett for Queen Mary to wear at the event. The resulting Delhi Durbar Tiara is full circle piece with a diamond scroll and festoon, set in platinum and gold, as well as 10 emerald drop, making it especially tall. Later 10 emeralds were removed. The Queen Mary continued to alter the tiara, each time commissioning Garrett to enable the tiara to swap jewels. The Delhi Durbar Tiara was loaned to Queen Elizabeth, subsequently the Queen Mother, wore it during the family's 1947 tour of South Africa. The tiara was acquired by Queen Elizabeth after her death and is now one of the last in the royal collection. Camilla first wore the CUBITT-SHAND tiara at her first nuptial to Andre Parker Bowles in 1973. Camilla's mother's family passed on the diamond piece, which was initially added to the collection by Camilla's grandmother Sonia Cabell-Cubitt. Camilla's daughter Laura Parker Bowles used the CUBITT-SHAND tiara as the crowning glory for her elegant bridal look when she married her husband Harry Lopez in 2006. Camilla has worn the tiara ever since getting into the royal family. A formal reception at the Royal Academy of the Arts in June 2050 was one of the most noteworthy appearances. During the 3-day tour, King Charles and Queen Camilla will make formal appearances in Berlin and Brandenburg before traveling to Hamburg. The Queen Consort arrived at the Berlin airport today, sporting a stunning minigown and a matching hat. She raised her blue brush outfit dress, which she paired with a stylish headwear by designer Philip Tracy. The monarch accessories with a black knee-high boot, a black handbag, and a set of gloves, as well as a very unique brooch. The royal state visit to Germany follows King Charles' cancellation of trip to France earlier this month due to ongoing political demonstration. This is King Charles' first foreign state visit as monarch, and he and Camilla were greeted at the airport with a gun salute and a military flypast today. The couple was subsequently greeted at the Brandenburg Gate by German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and his wife Elke Büdenbender. Tonight is a formal banquet at Scholars Bellevue, the president's ceremonial residence. On Thursday, King Charles will address to Bundestag, Germany's parliament. And on Friday, he and the Queen Consort will tour to the Saint Nikolai Memorial in Hamburg.